Hello and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. Today we are in wave 3542, and before we get started in looking at the wave, I want to get a lot of summoning done. I have a lot of little summons, some big summons, and I'm just really rushing to get the daily quest done because the day is over in 10 minutes. So what I'm planning on doing is just finishing out whatever I need to do to get this done. So we have to do some enchanting. I guess I didn't enchant enough gear. So we'll do that real quick. I'll have to come back and fix this arrow later. That's fine. Okay, there. Whew. Got the daily done with 10 minutes remaining. That's what matters. And now we're going to finally get Xavier to legendary. Yes! So now he has 16 cavalries for 20 seconds. He will have 100% uptime on all of his cavalry. And I can't not like that. And I'm just going to upgrade him straight to 2200 because he deserves it. I really do want to get this hero all the way to 5-star legendary, and then I'll probably focus on other heroes more. As you can see, just checking the shop, cleared everything out, cleared out the expedition, and let's go to King's Ruin because I only have 10 minutes to go. So this is finally a different level than what we've been seeing. We have been seeing the ones with the cannons in the back, and the ballistas in the back, and the catapults in the back for the first 2 levels. And my castle actually took a lot of damage during those. So this is kind of different to see it being the dogs. Granted, the dogs are still, because they're so fast, they're still hitting me pretty hard, and I don't have any slow to really counter them. But we can see this, and we can also see that I am getting 5-star equipment, which means that these waves are pretty much on par with what I'm currently fighting. So now, this probably would have been a decent wave for Sophia had I known that it was going to be like this, especially with my additional cavalry. It makes it really easy to intercept these guys and just keep everybody at bay. Again, the only thing that's really hit me so far are all the little super fast dogs that were in last time. And part of the problem with the dogs is not only are they fast, you can't pull them off the castle. They will just sit there and attack the castle. Okay, so this is the third wave. And again, I'm trying to get through this as quick as I can, just moving, because we only have 10 minutes. And that's because I was recording a video for my alternate account before this. And right now we are looking at the battering rams coming in, and they are going to hit the castle. Some of them are going to hit the castle a little bit more than I would like. But again, this is completely manageable, and we will clear this wave, and we will get 200 rubies. That's our first checkpoint, really. Again, this might be a Sophia wave. It's hard to say. I mean, it really doesn't look that bad, especially with how quick we're mopping up those dogs. So we probably could get away with Sophia. Again, if I was going to replace anybody, it would be Aisha with Sophia. And the only reason I'm not is because, number one, I don't know what kind of waves we're going to get. If I knew in advance we would get a wave like this, it'd be a no-brainer to swap Aisha and Sophia. It's not really that hard. But two, my Sophia is also not really geared enough to make it worthwhile. She is only able to heal the castle for 10% of her attack for every 30 seconds, so you get 2 heals, but because she's only 4-star, she hasn't been upgraded, she doesn't have a lot of attack to heal with. Compare that to Aisha, who has, I think she has like a boatload of attack, like, I don't know, she has a huge amount of attack, but the only problem with Aisha is her scaling is starting to fall off, because she is just single target damage. Now, don't get me wrong, Tristram and Luke help her out tremendously, but at the end of the day, she's not lighting up the battlefield. She's just, boop, 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 boop. She is just starting to show her age, but, I want to emphasize that she is still an A tier hero, and when you get her, she is incredible because of how much single target damage she does. And again, catapults really kind of messed us up there, but I'm just trying to rush through this. Because remember, even if they defeat me, everything I have defeated in that wave will still count as defeated, and we can just continue from there. So again, this is another wave that I would say is a Sophia wave, especially with legendary Xavier able to intercept all this. So you can see real quickly that with between all my warriors and Xavier, we're very easily to keep the pressure off the castle, and that's why Xavier is so important and why we're so happy to get him to legendary. Again, this would be another great wave to have Sophia in for Asia. I don't feel like my warriors are really under a lot of threat. Um, the Xavier is doing a great job of intercepting the little troops too, and basically making really quick work of them. And again, minimal damage to the castle, very quick wave, and just in and out. Okay, now this is our second checkpoint coming up, our third checkpoint, excuse me, Ruins 9. And we're still trying to race the clock here because the clock is ticking and we're still under the gun. I believe we have about, I think at this point it's probably about 7-8 minutes left. I'll have to check a little closer after this. But, as you can see, we're getting the ballistas now. So now they're really starting to get close to actually damaging the castle. And this is actually a more real, like, in the beginning of the game, a lot of people don't understand because they feel like King's Ruin's easy all the time. It's as the game progresses that things really change. So this may be another Sophia wave. It really depends if we have enough to keep enough pressure on the big guys. If we can keep pressure on the big guys, this is an easy wave for Sophia to clear. If we can't keep pressure on them, which it looks like we're not, this would not be a good wave for Sophia. We'd probably be better off with Asia. Well, now we did die, so we're going to resurrect our castle. And when we resurrect our castle, we will now only have to defeat what was left over. We don't have to defeat the whole wave. You can see we're down to the last 5 seconds. And again, I don't know if it's we don't have to fight everything we defeated, or I don't really know how they make that determination. I assume that it's something like what we defeated doesn't come back. So now we have 4 minutes left to go. They might even do it by hit points. So if you've done a certain amount of damage, things have a certain amount of life left, and I mean that would be the most realistic way, without having to keep track of, what every unit is. But again, I don't know how they do it. I just know that you do get partial credit for what you clear if your castle goes to 0 in the middle of a wave. Alright, 3.5 minutes left, and we are on the 4th checkpoint. So far, everything's looking good. I do believe we're going to clear this today. And just cannons, it's not a huge deal. Hopefully we can keep the pressure on them so they don't do too much damage to the castle. I would like to not spend 300 rubies for the heal, but we'll see what the game allows. It's really going to boil down to how lucky we get. They did do quite a bit of damage, but we were able to easily mop them up at this point. Okay, last 3 minutes to go. Like I said, it does take about 30 seconds to level, and this level isn't really that great either. But this pattern does seem to remind me of earlier King's Ruins, because I kind of remember before the more recent pattern that this seems like how it was, but I don't have the videos to prove it. I think I started recording videos when it was the first 2 were heavy sieges with ballistas or cannons or something. And in this case, yeah, because I remember the 14. So they may have a couple different patterns they cycle through for King's Ruins, and the patterns could be. It's just this is the day, like this is your X number of day doing King's Ruins, so this is the pattern you're gonna get. It could be as you get higher stages, the patterns repeat for each different stage. We really don't know. And now I'm gonna buff up because I want to avoid using that heal if I don't have to. And we got 80% archers, so our archers are just going to... I've never seen our archers shoot so fast. They are just going to try and melt everything, and they're doing a really good job of getting things. And this is a great buff for them on this wave because of it's just a lot of little dogs, so being able to quickly take out the little wargs very, very quickly before they're able to do a lot of damage to the castle means that we win With a minute and 15 seconds to spare, that could not have been closer, but I'm glad we finished it. So, whew. Oh, and I didn't realize I did get for clearing the 3500 wave, the blue archer gloves. So we are moving on to rare patterns for the archers, which is great. And you can see that I did destroy a lot of things. I unfortunately didn't record the expeditions because I was trying to get them done before reset 2. And as we know, it's so important to get those things done every day, because especially expeditions, because that's how you advance. So I'm going to just go ahead and craft these gloves. And what do you know, they roll A, so that should be an easy replacement. I do also need to fix my arrow. Yeah. It should be +5 at least. My bow is +8, and I don't even remember why. Okay, let's fix my arrow. Come on. Gosh. There we go. Okay, good. Got the arrow fixed, so the archers are all taken care of. We're just looking for blue shoes and blue bow. We don't have that. And I am going to start saving up my steel for a big archer, to try and do the archer bow upgrade. I don't know when I'll do that. When I do that, I will make it a separate video, because I don't want it to be part of one of the main videos, because it's going to be more of a strategy video, and it won't be a real strategy video as much as it'll be a well, I mean, it will be kind of a strategy video. It's more like me showing you how I applied the strategy rather than laying out the strategy like I did with Zeke. Also got to grab all these stones, because I'm going to have to sit down and do some math on how many of these stones I'm going to need. I haven't really calculated out how many stones I'm expected to spend. And the super shiny stone, I think, is 100k, so that was expensive. But all those will be needed. Finally, now we can actually go back. Oh, yeah, I want to grab the rubies. I'm not going to make the mistake and grab everything else, but I will grab the rubies. I think that was 500 rubies, which isn't bad. Not the best, but not terrible. And I'm going to go ahead and max out my expedition tickets, because, again, it's very important that you do your 15 expeditions every day. And I did have to sweep the Legion. I only beat one rank of the Legion last time. And because it was so late, I just swept the previous level just to get what I could get, Sometimes it happens, I will allocate more time so that we can see just how far I get with the portal this time. But all that said, I have 26 summons to do, so let's get some summoning going on. That is 26 summons. Let's burn up the little ones. I don't really expect anything here, just 1-star heroes. Boom! Some Daniel shards. That's really good. Xavier shards. You know I want those Xavier shards. You know I want them. Aisha, that's nice, but not what I'm looking for. Adrian. Very good to have Adrian, but that's a long-term goal, not a right-now goal. This is nothing. Anthony, I wish it was another 4-star hero, but I will take what I can get. It's good to get Anthony, and it's good to see Xavier there. This is, well, there was Luke, but that's pretty junk. That's pretty junk. Okay, Carlos. Tristan, at least for a little for Tristan, because that's going to become important soon. And Miguel, we don't really use Miguel. Austin, we don't use Austin. Brian, I am on the fence about. Originally, he was really good. Now it's changed so that he's not as good. It's a work in progress. It's just junk. Logan, I mean, come on. At least I got Xavier shards. 9 Xavier shards. And more Lucas. And more Gabriel. That's good, good, good. And Evan. So a lot of good in that one. Tristram, I will never complain about a Tristram like that. And we got more Anthony and Harold. Harold's always good. And Sophia. I miss Sophia. I am interested to see how Sophia would change King's Ruins, but I really believe she has to be promoted and upgraded a lot more. So again, Logan, Carlos, and Aisha, not really big game changers there. Some Aisha shards, really not what I'm looking for. Austin, I'm not looking for him either. Xavier shards, those 2 sets of Xavier shards, Luke and Tristram, that's really good. Adrian again, so we are starting to accumulate some Adrian shards finally. More Xavier, always good, and Evan, which is good. Evan is good, it's just one of those things I haven't worked towards yet. Diego, I mean, thanks, but no thanks. Jackson, same thing. Thank you, but no thank you. Ryan, thank you, but no thank you. But Ryan actually might be good. I'm not going to totally write Ryan off because he will have a permanent. So, hey, Jackson again. Wow. Okay, that's a four-peat and 1. Okay, more Daniel. I do like Daniel shards because he does buff the group. Harold, I did not expect. Woof, 100 Herald shards. That means somebody is probably getting promoted. Aisha. Ooh, Aisha. Aisha Jackson. I mean, I like Aisha. Okay, we're done summoning. And we are going to hold off on the gear because that's 3725. I feel like we're really close to that. So we'll just wait until we get knocked up. We will wait until we get stepped up to the next one, rather. Not knocked up. So now I do want to ration some of my Ascension Stones. While I do have 18,000, I want to save them for Xavier because I really want to get Xavier to 5-star Legendary as quickly as I can. Which means I can't just spend Ascension Stones willy-nilly. And I'm not going to upgrade Gabriel because that's going to help his damage. Gabriel's not doing a lot of damage. If I could upgrade Gabriel twice, I would do it. As far as Camila goes, I believe she deserves it for how much damage she's been doing. Let's just... Maybe not. As much as I would want to promote Daniel, I know that warriors just don't contribute a lot of damage on the field, unfortunately. And I am trying to make sure that I leave the 8,500 Ascension Seals for Xavier, and I don't overspend, so if I could upgrade Xavier, I want to be able to upgrade Xavier as quick as I can. As soon as I finish Xavier, then it just opens up... the reality is, it opens up me boosting Luke and Tristram. Those are really who are going to get it next. I would really like to get Luke to Epic. Luke to Epic would be really good. It's really not going to be nearly as expensive as Xavier. But getting Luke to Epic would be a great value and be really beneficial because, every time I boost Luke, he boosts the entire rest of the support team. And that's the majority of my damage. And it's the majority of my damage because of Luke. So let's go boost Luke up. I should be able to get him up one more time. So we're going to be very close to getting him to a 1-star epic. So that's really good. We're making everybody do more damage, and that's extremely important. And again, we're extremely close to getting that extra second in. 4-star. So close. Harold. We did get 100 shards for him, so he is in contention. But let's see who's doing the most damage. Harold is number 3. Camila is number 4. But this was a wave I was auto farming, which had a lot of minions in it. That's why Christian is way up there, because he could just obliterate everybody with his auto attack. Let's look at King's Ruins, which is also after I promoted Xavier. So you can see Xavier is carrying the team. Camila, I am surprised with her being at number 3. Harold at 4, Christian at 5. And then Luke, and then you can see the warriors really don't contribute much damage at all. Same with Gabriel, but Gabriel's damage is really buffing the archers. So, see, when it boils down to it, we're better off. We should at least buff Camille. I feel like she deserves it for doing that well. And same with Harold. So let's just see how much they cost. 640, that's really not a lot. We can spare that. And we will go ahead and promote. We'll go ahead and level her up because I'm almost positive, without a doubt, that we can hit 1400. No, that should be no problem at all. And then we're gonna go. I really would want to do Christian, but we don't have any. We can't promote him. But instead, but in Christian's stead, we'll go ahead and promote Harold. Go ahead and let's level him up. We can get him to at least 1800. I really wish there was a better way to increment this. I really, really do. There we go, 1800. And I don't want to promote him yet again, I don't think. Yeah, I really want to do Christian. And I really don't want to do the Warriors because, as you saw, they're at the bottom of the damage. And Aisha is... I feel like she's on her way out. It does kind of become a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I understand that. If you don't level up your Warriors, if you don't ascend your Warriors, they're always going to be at the bottom. But we'll just put some more on Xavier. He earned it. And we're going to combine, I believe we're on 2-star gear, so let's combine that real quick. I should have done this offline, but I just figured I'd get this done really quick. And again, we're not going to ascend because the step's about to go up. We're not going to summon the gear because the step's about to go up. But I can throw some gear on people. I didn't mean to throw it on Luke. I like Luke, but he was not putting up the numbers like Christian, Camila, and Harold were. So, there. That's what he'll get. He's, I'm surprised at how close to max he is, even though we upgraded him twice. And Xavier's in another world of his own now. Alright, we'll give him one more to get that extra long stun for Harold. So now, oh yeah, I have to have so many runes. I'll mess around with that later. I'll do a little bit of summoning now, but this is not like a fun, in my opinion, it's not a fun system. At least, it's not a fun system to share, right? Like, you're going to see me summon runes, you're going to summon your own runes, we're going to both apply our runes to our best heroes, and then you're just going to go down the line. And that's really all it's going to be. Yeah, I did grab the rubies already. I don't want to grab anything else. I'll grab it all later, because we're going to definitely advance. I'll go ahead and clean out some of the stuff of the general store. Just, the stuff that won't change. Get it out of the way. I won't make the mistake I made yesterday. Same thing with the portal shop. Even though I really don't need Jackson, I will grab him just because I have so many portal shards. And ruins, I can grab both because I have more than enough. And finally, of course, we're going to take more Gabriel shards. The closer he gets to buffing, and same with Aisha. Always good to have more shards. And we can do so much promoting, but I really just want to save that, and we'll save the rest for Luke. And let's just clean out these quests. And again, I will come and do the portal on my own. I will save expeditions because I feel like expeditions are more fun. I'm just going to grab my conquest rewards, try and tidy up. I still have 500 million gold. Oh, I still need to level up the castle with my 500 million gold. Yeah, I hate the red dots because it wants me to promote this stuff, but I'm not trying to promote to tier 3 yet. I want to wait at tier 2. I want, because everything has to go up in a set. The sets are so powerful. All right, let's just level up the castle. Let's get the castle up, and hopefully let's see how many levels we get, because I think that's 300, 400, or was that 500? I think we started at 87, so that's 500 levels. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 levels. All right. Or 500 level over 500 levels. I'll take it, or around 500 levels. You know what I mean? Yay, Ellie! We don't need you, but we can turn you into scrap. And yay, Ellie again. Yeah, I still want more Christian shards. Maybe one day. Now, Adrian, she will eventually replace Xavier, but that's going to be a very long-term project. She is nowhere near there yet, so we're just going to focus on Xavier for now. I probably won't level him up beyond, say, like 3,000, because the goal is to replace him with Adrian. Adrian will basically outperform him at Epic and completely eclipse him at Legendary. Or sorry, at Epic she will equally perform as him, and she will eclipse him at Legendary. So I mean, it's nice. I do want to eventually level her up, but just not right now. And yeah, after I get Xavier up, the goal is going to be Luke to Epic and then Tristram to Epic, because that buffs everybody. Everybody benefits from that. Honestly, I'll probably take Luke and Tristram up to Legendary, to be honest with you, because if they're Legendary, they're buffing everybody else, and then it's just a cascade effect. And Gabriel, again, I would promote Gabriel, but with Gabriel not helping the archers until 2 more promotions, it's not worth it, because you saw his damage is very low. I'd rather wait until I could promote him twice. And when I can promote him twice, I will. And finally, we're just going to make Xavier feel extra special. So I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's everything. And again, I'll do the portal on my own, and the runes and all this other stuff. I really just wanted to kind of, touch base with mostly the King's Ruins, because again, the fact that the King's Ruin pattern has changed, I feel like that's worth documenting. And I also feel like it's worth documenting just how difficult King's Ruins fluctuates from day to day, and how the waves change and all that. And the best way to document it is through the videos like this. And again, we're on stage 3542, and I would show you how bad these guys beat me, but after all that upgrading and all that, I doubt it's going to be anywhere close to the same. So we'll just see where it goes. And I can't help but click all these red dots. I kind of hate that everything has a red dot, like there's something there. And then you go to click it, and it's like, here you have this one new tiny little thing that won't change your army at all. Regardless, I want to thank you for watching the video. I'm still trying to trim these videos down a little bit to remove things that I feel like aren't really consequential. Things that your experience and my experience should be relatively the same. Like, for example, and again, leave something in the comments if you disagree. If you say, well, I miss seeing the portal battles, then I'll look into including them again. Or if you missed the event dungeons or whatever, I mean, there's really not much to miss, but you get the idea. But in my perspective, I'm trying to keep trimming these videos down. I still do meander a little bit because there's just so many different things, so many lights, so many things are lit up. There's this, and this, everything. Just look at this screen right here. All these things are lit up trying to get my attention, and I still meander a little bit. That said, I will keep trying to focus to trim these videos down, get down to really the meat of the videos, which is really summoning new heroes, upgrading the castle, maybe doing some formation changes if that's required. And from my perspective, I want to always include King's Ruins when I do it, because again, I feel like it's really important to see how King's Ruins is changing. But outside of King's Ruins, the only value I would see that could be interesting is maybe looking at Conquest. But I mean, I would like to go over Conquest just to show you maybe how far I am, you know. But I don't see too much value in that and it's mostly because if you want to know what something is in Conquest, there's no real strategy, right? You go to the level, I go to the level, it's the same. Whereas, like King's Ruin, my King's Ruin will be different from your King's Ruin, will be different from your friend's King's Ruin. Everybody's going to get a different King's Ruin. Expeditions are fun too because everybody's going to get different results. You know, I would want to see what you got at an expedition. I think that's kind of fun because it's, you know, you don't know what you're going to get. It's not like I sweep the expedition and I'm always going to get X stuff. So again, if you feel differently, say something in the comments. I'm more than willing to listen to say, hey, you know, I really miss you doing this, or I wish you would focus more on this in the video. All that kind of feedback, as long as it's phrased constructively, I will do my best to include it in future videos. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.